Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Did It Work? My name's Nina. Today we're making tacos. Started out by doing a half an onion, and I just chopped it up, kind of a fine mince on it, fine chop on it. You can do a whole onion and put half of it in the hamburger meat and then half of it for later on top of your tacos. I don't like onions like that. I just put it in a bowl and set it aside. I got my beans ready, started the fire under my skillet and put the hamburger in. Now I'm going to drain those beans through a strainer until they are clear. Now I'm shredding up my medium cheddar cheese. And now I'm going over here and I'm stirring up my hamburger. And now I'm adding those chopped onions to it. I came back over and I'm cutting my avocado, putting it in a bowl, and stirring my meat again. And then I'm going to come back over, roll my lime, cut it in half, and press half of the lime juice onto the avocado. And I'm going to save the other half for later. Now I'm seasoning up my hamburger with taco seasoning. I don't use a package. I have 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of oregano. I have a little bit of cayenne pepper. I don't suggest any more than 1 teaspoon. I just did a couple of shakes. 1.5 teaspoon of kosher salt and a little bit of pepper to taste, about a teaspoon. And I'm going to stir all those seasoning in really well. Then I'm going to add half a cup of water, about a quarter cup of water right now, and the black beans. Stir that up, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a taste. I moved it over because I'm going to get my skillet ready for frying up the tortillas. And I'm stirring in the rest of the water for my taco meat. After I do that, I put in my oil for frying my tortillas, frying my tacos, I'm sorry, and getting the landing pad ready. I'm coming back and I'm moving the tacos on the back burner so that I have more room. And I'm going to keep it on low because I want to make sure that that meat is still hot. Make sure it doesn't dry out as well. Right now, you're going to see me fry up 2 tacos and 1 tostada. I love to fry my own taco shells. They taste so much better. It's not even funny. You put it in there, as you can see, I had it in there for about 30 seconds on that one side. I flipped it and then I folded it. And I just use a pair of tongs to do all of this. It's very simple, very easy. I keep my fire on about medium high. I want them to cook fairly quickly. I don't want the shells to absorb a whole bunch of grease because the grease isn't hot. So you do need hot grease. But as you can tell, it's not popping. You can fry it as long or as little as you want. It depends on how crunchy you want your tacos. I like mine medium. I like mine to have a little bit of a crunch, but I still want them to have a lot of a bite to them, so not crispy. When I'm done, you're going to see me pull it out, and you're going to see it hold its shape. And then you're going to see me drip off that excess oil and then lay it over onto the landing pad. It's very quick, very simple. And then from there, I'm going to start my second taco. And you're not going to have to watch it again because I cut it out. Make sure you stir your hamburger. And there's my tostada. I put it in there. It's never going to bend. So I'm going to cook it on that one side. I still did about 30 seconds and flipped it. That for me is just habit. I know when I flipped that one, I was like, oh yeah, I'm making this tostada, not a taco. I could have left it on there a little bit longer. So I did later on flip it back over on that other side again so that it did completely cook on both of the sides. I can't emphasize again how much better these freshly fried taco shells and tostada shells actually are. You can also just roll your meat up inside of there and fry the whole thing and make a taquito. So you can do that as well. Onto the landing pad. And now I'm going to take my tacos, take off that landing pad, so remove the paper towels, go over, put my hamburger meat in, as little or a lot as much as you want. And now it's time for the topping. I had pre-shredded lettuce. I bought it from the store. I just didn't want to deal with it. I put on there my cherry tomatoes, and I just cut them in half. It's easier than getting a big one. And then I just lay my freshly grated cheese on there. And this is what I did with the rest of my lemon, the rest of my lime. And then a little bit of cilantro on there. And then I put my avocado and I took a bite, and just wait for it because you're going to see the happy dance right here. Look how good that was. Yes, the happy dance. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your tacos. And as always, love with your heart, cook with your soul. My name's Nina.